I began thinking about Maine and Christmas and was pondering the mottos Vacationland and Maine, the way life should be. The latter, the way life should be, I think was created by a marketing team that really knows nothing about Maine. They just hired a focus group and paid them $50 to $100 to sit around for an hour and answer questions. And that was the derivative they came up with. And as far as Vacationland, in 1936, I believe, it was put on our license plates along to identify, Maine at the top and Vacationland at the bottom or whatever. But I'll tell you, having been raised in Maine, born in Maine, lived in Maine all of my life except for the past 5 years, that it's not a vacation land by any means. Some of the most difficult jobs there is in Maine are hoeing potatoes, raking potatoes, picking potatoes. That's just one job. Blueberry raking, which maybe lasts a month, but you work your ass off under the scorching August sun, and you think you're going to die. And it's meager wages. You're paid by the pound. Growing up, my high school buddies, all of them from the Stockton Springs area, were all engaged in clam digging, lobster fishing with their dads and stuff. Some clam diggers also dug worms. And if you've ever been bit between the fingers by a bloodworm, that's no picnic. Great challenging jobs. You pull the massive weight of the lobster traps, and you got to measure those tails and make sure that the whole thing is big enough to keep, or you're going to get fined. And sometimes you come back with very little to show for a day's work. And clamming, you can't dig in certain areas. You get caught by the shore wardens or the marine patrol, you're in trouble, and you're going to pay massive fines. It's not an easy job to work in Maine, I can tell you right now. There's high property taxes, there's high income taxes, state and federal. It's not easy. It's not a vacation by any means. Now, Maine became a state in 1820. It was the 23rd state, I believe. Came about because of the Missouri Compromise. And part of the happiness and joy of that was statehood. And as I said, being in the Northeast region, you either work in the woods cutting pulp, or you work for the paper company, or you do one of those other heavy labor type jobs. There isn't much else that you can do. Well, since the 70s, 80s, 90s, things did pick up speed as far as technology goes, with MB&A and different companies coming in with technology. But it's no vacation land for the people that live there. And that's kind of the summation of what I was thinking about my home state. I was born and raised there, lived there, except for like the last 5 years. I've been in the Philippines, and God, do I miss Maine.